Havenbrook, a town nestled amidst rolling hills, its heart beating with a rhythm as old as time. A place where everyone knew their neighbor's name, where children chased fireflies on warm summer nights. But beneath the idyllic surface, Havenbrook held secrets, struggles hidden behind closed doors. Then came the renovation. The old community center, once dusty and forgotten, was reborn. Fresh paint gleamed on the walls. Light streamed through newly cleaned windows. This was more than a building. It was a promise of support, of understanding, of a community coming together to heal. 16-year-old Maya Miller walked past the center every day on her way home from school. She saw the posters for sexual health workshops, for art therapy, for men's support groups. Something stirred within her, a flicker of curiosity mixed with apprehension. Across town, 34-year-old James Carter wrestled with shadows in his mind. Intrusive thoughts haunted him, making him doubt himself, his love for his family, his very sanity. He saw the sign outside the center Mental Health Matters. You are not alone. A sliver of hope pierced through the darkness. At the heart of it all was Nurse Alicia Patel. Her warmth and compassion radiated through the center. She believed in Havenbrook, in its people, in their capacity for healing and growth. She knew that this center, this haven, had the power to change lives. Maya felt a knot of anxiety in her stomach as she entered the community center for the first time. She was attending a sexual health workshop, something that felt both terrifying and exhilarating. Growing up, conversations about sex and relationships were shrouded in whispers and awkward silences. The workshop was different. Nurse Alicia led the discussion with honesty and sensitivity.
For the first time, I felt seen, heard, understood.
As the weeks progressed, Maya found herself looking forward to the workshops. She learned about her body, her emotions, her right to make choices. The anxiety she had felt began to dissipate, replaced by a newfound confidence. One day, Nurse Alicia mentioned the idea of organizing a Kwanda panel with local healthcare professionals to address common questions and misconceptions about sexual health.
I realized that I wanted to be a part of breaking down the stigma, of creating a space where young people could get accurate information without shame or judgment.
James Carter ran his calloused hand over a piece of wood, the familiar texture grounding him momentarily. He loved his work as a carpenter, the way he could take something raw and shape it into something beautiful and useful. But lately, even the simple act of hammering a nail felt like a monumental effort. The intrusive thoughts had become a relentless tormentor. Doubts about his abilities, his worth, his very sanity swirled in his mind like a raging storm. He withdrew from his wife, Sarah, and their 2 young children, terrified of the darkness that he felt consuming him. One evening, after putting his children to bed, James confessed his struggles to Sarah. Tears streamed down her face as she listened, her hand finding his in a gesture of unwavering love and support.
We'll get through this together, please. Promise me you'll talk to someone.
That night, James found himself staring at the flyer for the men's support group at the community center. No shame, no judgment, just support. The words resonated deep within him. Could this be the lifeline he so desperately needed? Nurse Alicia Patel had a gift. She saw people, truly saw them, beyond their facades and fears. Her heart ached for the silent struggles she knew many in Havenbrook carried. When the opportunity arose to lead the revitalized community center, she embraced it with open arms. Alicia understood the power of connection, of creating a safe space for vulnerability and healing. She poured her heart into developing programs that addressed the diverse needs of her community. Sexual health workshops for teenagers, art therapy sessions for seniors, support groups for those battling addiction and mental health challenges. She witnessed firsthand the transformative power of these programs. She saw young people like Maya finding their voices, discovering their strength and resilience. She saw individuals like James, burdened by shame and fear, reaching out for help, taking tentative steps towards recovery. Alicia became a pillar of support for Maya and James, offering a listening ear, gentle guidance, and unwavering belief in their ability to heal. She knew that their journeys were far from over, but she was honored to walk alongside them, every step of the way. The sexual health workshops became a sanctuary for Maya. She found solace in the open dialogue, the shared experiences, the realization that she wasn't alone in her questions and anxieties. The information she gained empowered her, allowing her to make informed choices about her body and her relationships.
One day, during a workshop break, I overheard a group of girls whispering about a rumor circulating the school. It involved a classmate, a party, and accusations that made my stomach clench with unease. I remembered Nurse Alicia's words about consent, about respecting boundaries, about speaking up against injustice. A surge of anger, mixed with a newfound sense of responsibility, coursed through me. I knew I couldn't stay silent.
She approached Nurse Alicia, her voice trembling slightly as she recounted what she'd overheard.
We need to do something. We need to make sure everyone understands what really happened.
Nurse Alicia listened intently, her expression a mixture of concern and pride.
You're right, Maya. Spreading awareness is crucial, and I think you're the perfect person to lead the charge.
The first time James stepped into the men's support group, he felt a wave of nausea wash over him. He almost turned and ran. But then he saw the faces of the men gathered in the circle, young and old, some with tears in their eyes, others with weary smiles. He saw a reflection of his own pain, his own fear, his own desperate yearning for connection. He took a deep breath and entered the circle, his heart pounding in his chest.
As I listened to the men share their stories of struggle and resilience, a sense of relief washed over me. I wasn't alone.
His voice, when it finally came, was barely above a whisper. But as he spoke about the intrusive thoughts, the fear, the shame, he felt a weight lifting from his shoulders. With each meeting, James found his strength growing. He learned coping mechanisms, breathing exercises, ways to quiet the storm within his mind.
I realized that seeking help wasn't a sign of weakness, but an act of courage, a testament to my love for myself and my family.
One evening, James gathered his courage and spoke to his wife and children about his mental health journey. He explained that he was seeking help, that he was learning to manage his condition.
To my surprise, my children didn't shy away. They showered me with hugs and words of encouragement.
In that moment, James knew he was on the road to recovery, one step at a time. Fueled by a sense of purpose, Maya threw herself into organizing the Kwanda panel. She wanted to create a safe space for young people to ask questions about sexual health, relationships, and consent, free from judgment or shame. She reached out to local healthcare professionals, school counselors, and even the editor of the local newspaper, determined to make the event a success.
The day of the panel arrived, and I felt a surge of nervous excitement as I looked out at the crowd gathered in the community center auditorium. Teenagers, parents, teachers, and community members filled the seats. The panel discussion was honest, informative, and at times, even humorous.
Maya watched as her peers listened intently, their faces reflecting a mix of curiosity and relief. She realized that by speaking up, by creating this platform for dialogue, she was making a difference.
After the panel, students approached me, eager to share their own experiences and ask for advice. I listened with empathy and understanding, realizing that my journey had given me a voice that could empower others. I had found my purpose, my passion for advocating for sexual health awareness and education.
As the weeks turned into months, the Havenbrook Community Center became a beacon of hope, a testament to the transformative power of connection and support. Word spread about the center's programs, attracting people from neighboring towns seeking solace and guidance.
James and I, our paths intertwined through our shared experiences at the center, formed an unlikely friendship. We found strength and solace in each other's journeys, our vulnerabilities forging a bond of understanding and mutual respect.
The center's annual community fair was approaching, and this year it held special significance. It was a celebration of resilience, of the collective spirit that had blossomed within Havenbrook's walls.
Inspired by our own journeys, Maya and I volunteered to share our stories, our voices adding to the chorus of hope and healing.
The community center auditorium buzzed with anticipation as Maya and James took the stage. Their hands trembled slightly, but their eyes shone with a newfound confidence. They spoke from the heart, their words raw and honest, their vulnerabilities laid bare for all to see.
I shared my journey of self-discovery, of finding my voice and advocating for sexual health awareness. I spoke about the importance of education, respect, and consent, my words resonating deeply with the young people in the audience.
I spoke about my battle with mental health, my journey from darkness to light. I shared my gratitude for the support group, for the therapists who had guided me, for my family who had never given up hope.
As their stories echoed through the auditorium, a profound silence fell over the crowd. In that moment, the walls separating them seemed to dissolve, replaced by a shared understanding, a collective embrace of vulnerability and resilience. Havenbrook, once a town harboring secrets, had become a beacon of hope, a testament to the transformative power of community and the courage to seek help.
The applause, when it finally came, was deafening.
Maya and James, bathed in the warmth of their community's love and support, knew that their journeys, though challenging, had led them to this moment, this place of healing and belonging. Havenbrook's heart, once fragmented, was now beating stronger than ever, united by a shared commitment to well-being, compassion, and the unwavering belief in the power of human connection.